I will go last. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to
Morning.
our Three Musketeers.
Morning.
Hello, we
Morning.
been we have break sometime. Okay, now we come back
Yes.
again. Okay,
It's
so
my fault.
today
It's my fault.
it's okay. So today topic is what will you do to prepare your future? So uh, this topic is something that we need to look about because I believe majority of the people currently they are more focused of maybe inflation or recession or even the Russian-Ukraine war. They had little time to think about their future. This was like my previous me lah. So live day by day, week by week, or month by month. So every month I get this so and so amount of pay. So expenses go out, bills go out, everything go out, and then we left a bit for our saving. This my normal routine life of my previous. I think currently most people are going through this phase of life, and most of them are just worrying. Everything is going up. The price is going up. Okay, even our necessity food, the price is also going up. So how are we going to like uh, cope with it? Okay, are we going to work more jobs, second job, two job, three job, four jobs? That will be very very tiring, right? For example, you work, wake up 7 a.m., go to office at 8 a.m., work until 6 p.m. After 6 p.m., you maybe you don't even have time for your lunch. Maybe buy something, some food to grab and go. Then 7 p.m. you have another part-time job. Work until maybe 12 a.m. By the time you reach home, maybe 1 a.m. and 2 a.m., you sleep maybe 3 to 4 hours. 6 a.m., you had to wake up and prepare to go out for the day job. So this kind of life keep going on. I know there's people who have a day job. At night, they become a Grab driver. Okay, so it's very very tiring. You are not only sacrificing your time for money, you are also sacrificing your life for more money. Why? Because with this kind of work schedule, you might have already sacrificed your family time. By the time you finish your day job, you're not going home. So your kid maybe have to sleep at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. to get ready for school the next day. So by the time you reach home like midnight, they already sleep. Your wife maybe also already sleep. So there's no interaction, there's no bonding time with your family. Is this the kind of life that you want? And definitely no. Yes, okay. So I know the world is changing. Everything, even the prices of everything since 20 years ago and now is different already. It's going up and up. The moment when it rises, it will hardly come down again. For example, a can of Coke during 20 years time, maybe 50 cent. Now how much? Maybe 150. Okay, so it's a huge increase from 50 cent to 150. Maybe in another 20 years time, it will become $3. So you do you want a can of Coke for $3? This is very expensive. And I know some of the restaurants, if you buy a Coke from them, maybe $5 now. Okay, so those high class restaurant, they're selling a Coke for $5. Why? Because their rental is expensive, so everything they have to mark up more higher than maybe convenience store can sell. So definitely we need to prepare ourselves for our future. And how can we prepare ourselves for future and yet we have the time for our family? This is very, very important. So before we can go, how we can do that? First, you must have a goal. What you want for your future. Okay? You can't go into the future not knowing what you want. Like that, you are uh, drifting along the process. Okay? You are just going through the phase of life and not knowing what you want. So you need to plan what you want to do maybe 20 years from now, and how to achieve what you want to do. Okay, for example, 20 years from now, I want to retire. Okay, I don't want to have any job anymore. I want to spend all my time with my family. But how am I going to do that? So I have to think by then, financial should not be a worry for me. I should have abundance of it so that I can do whatever thing I like. But how I can generate that kind of abundance? So you need to find ways. You need to go for learnings and learn new things, generate more ideas to create this kind of income. Of course, this kind of income is not trading more time for more money. Okay, so you have to use systems, okay, system to help you generate money, not yourself, because we human only have 24 hours a day. We need to sleep. We need to have time for ourselves, time for our family. We can't work forever like that. Then we will die of exhaustion. So we need to make use of system to help us generate money. So even when we sleep, this system will help us to generate money. Okay, so this is very important because system never sleep. They work 24 times 7 and they are not tired. So what kind of system? So what I can think of now is digital system. Why? Because everything now is digital already. Okay, digital payment, everything you can pay online. You don't need cash anymore. So maybe next time it's become a cashless society. You use card to pay or use some QR code, just scan and pay. Okay, or I'm not sure, maybe even more advanced next time. And this digital system, okay, can help you generate multiple streams of income. This is very, very important. One stream of income is never enough. Maybe 20 years last time, okay? One stream income can maybe help you to survive. But now, if you think one stream of income is able to help you survive, that's a bad idea. It's never enough. You definitely need to have different stream of income for different purposes. Maybe one stream of income for your travel. Okay, you can save it for travel. One for your educational, one for your medical, one for your family and kids. Okay? The other one for your leisure, or the last one maybe for your emergency. Okay, so you have you need to have different stream of income. If you only have one stream of income and you have so many expenses, how much you can save? Maybe you can save maybe a few $100s. Is that enough for the rest of the few years or futures? It's never enough. Judging at the way inflation has been crazily ran up these few years, especially this year. So we have to think of more ways to earn more money instead of ways to save more money. There is no way you can save more money because everything is going up. So I'm glad that I'm in this digital business because we have 5 sources of digital uh, income to help us to generate income. So with 5 sources of income, you definitely can beat inflation and maybe have more saving, more emergency fund, more leisure funds, etc. Okay, so this is how you make use of system to generate more money. Okay, and so I know there's other people that use money to generate more money. Okay, this is called investing, but we are not yet at this, not at that stage first. So we need to build a system generate more money for us so that we can do other things later. So, what is your future? What you want to do with it? Okay, what about you, Delbert?
Wow, it was such an amazing sharing by Dave just now. I think the key thing that I picked up was actually the multiple kind of concept where where you have one stream of income for a different thing. Yeah, and also for me, what actually spoke to me about this was actually learning. It's about learning. It's about differentiating yourself so that you also learn more. You know, I was for me as a when I before I started out as a delivery driver, I didn't know the industry would change. You don't know where when COVID happens, what was going to happen next 2 3 years. You don't know what is going to change, what industry is going to suddenly go rise up to the top, what industry is going to move down, what industry is going to phase out, which industry is going to come back into it with technology coming in around these days. You never know. You never know which is going to be the top dog, of the game itself. So what do? You learn everything that you can see, you can feel, you think that is it's applicable. Just go and learn it. So for me, I went to go and doing my when I was still studying, I didn't have my driving license. I saw driving license was slowly increasing in its prices already. I quickly go and apply for learning driving license. Now driving license is so much expensive to take, and if you don't pass it in 1 or 2 rounds, it's going to get even more expensive. Yeah, especially if next year when we have a increase in terms of prices, it's going to even go higher some more. So right now when things are easily available and things are cheap, skills that you can pick up is cheap. Skills that you can take up and learn is easy to grasp. Just go for it. That was the one thing that I took home with me. And so I went to take a class 3, class 4, even try to take class 2 kind of thing. You never know when this would be so freely available. And I was thankful that because during the COVID at time, I went to go and do delivery driving. I went to go and do pick up other skills, and I saw things that also on the digital platform that I can actually go and learn. Things like example, learning how to use application, learning how to use using my a bit of the for us, we have this thing called the credits or skills futures that was given to us as for those who are in Singapore. So I just went to go and take advantage of it, take advantage of it and use it. Learn how to use app, learn how to use some draw some graphs, create some dashboard kind of thing, some UI user interface kind of thing. So I just also went to use it, and it was beneficial for me because when I was using the app to do delivery at time, I could understand what are the things that I need to look out for, what are the things that I can trace, how I can trace my items. If let's say my items go missing, where can I go and find, where can I go and pick it up, where did I left behind. It's so freely available. And so when you have time, or when you have a time like this, even though you are struggling like a part-time job, I understand that feeling. Going from part-time to part-time and then carry on another part-time job, and then after you finish that part-time job, you go for next one. It's tiring. It's so tiring. Yes, I understand, but you have to move off from there. It takes courage to move off from there. It takes courage to actually learn new skills. It takes courage to actually learn new things in the market out there. But I challenge you, all of you, to go out there, to go and learn, to go and pick up new skills, to go and pick up new things. Just like what Dave said, multiple income, multiple skills. You never know when these skills will be needed, and these skills, definitely can bring you further, can bring you a better understanding of how things works, and you have a better idea. And so once you have a better idea, you are able to be able to discover more new things and things that you can pick it up. Yeah, so that's the key thing that I just want to talk about. Learning new skills, learning putting yourself and growing yourself forward from where you are into a different person. One person can also pick up many skills, and many skills you never know where this is going to help you. So just go and try it, just go and learn it lah. Mm. For me, yes, it's good. And at this point of time, it's so easy to actually learn new skills. Why? Because we have this digital space. We have a space where we can learn. People will guide you. There's a place where people will teach you. And right now, at this point of time, we are still in like a post-COVID to pre-opening up, where everything becomes physical, where classes becomes physical already. But now in this setting, you still can take that 5-10 minutes out to go for a class, on online, on Zoom kind of thing, and you just pick it up easily. So it's freely available, and it's also accessible. So take this time when it's accessible. Take this time where you don't need to be there physically. You can do things digitally. You can learn new things, and things are good because it's easy to understand. It can be recorded. It can be replayed. It can be learned anytime, anywhere. Even when you are not available right now, you don't have to learn it right now. But when you have time, when you have make time, example, when you're traveling, or when you are on the MRT or in the public transport time, you have time. You can see, you can learn, and go and take time to go and watch the videos or hear even what they are talking about. So it's so beneficial right now. We don't have not just don't just think about the multiple streams of income, but also think about multiple skills that you can get, so that also you can link to your multiple streams of income, and your multiple streams of income can also learn new skills. See, it's it's intertwined. It's intertwined. So it's a very beautiful kind of a concept, and you can pick it up lah. Yeah. So that's for me. That's why I think it's
Excellent.
important to have that. Yes. And I just want to thank Dave with really sharing that. He really gave me that that boost lah to actually talk about this. Yeah. And on to Pascal. How about you?
Meaning it's super interesting to hear you because this is we are living the reality. The reality is uh, been through to that pandemic and is not yet finished. Then there is a inflation. We can do nothing. And as Dave say, and also to surf for what you said, Albert, then more we work, less we're gonna get at the end. So how do we prepare our future? Is of course to have something on the side, new stream of income. We are the pure best example, three of us, because we working and still we also running an online business to prepare our future. So back to the question, how we prepare our future. I think it's and I'm talking for myself, then it's all started by a vision. What do I want? What do I want for now? What do I want for my tomorrow? And what do I want for my future? Some of us want to own the property, own the beautiful car, being millionaire or billionaire, whatever. This is not my case, but my case, I want to be independent. I want to be free to decide what I want to do without being affected of what economical are surrounding us, inflation or raise of the price or global climate, then we have to consume more electricity, we have to waste more water, and so on and so on. So I am living in this world for sure, but I want to prepare my future by that vision. So the vision is all started by a big dream, and then I just break down to some of the dream that are short term, some of the dream and are medium term. But when I say dream, is goals. So a vision is very important. Second of all is to set the goal and just to stick with it. So we decide to go online. Why? Because it's the future. Meaning it's no rocket science. It's been a while now, and the online is the future, and we decided it's going to be our future. So yes, really again to insist and develop of what you say, guys, then we cannot rely of what's happening now, as we're gonna die. Meaning it's, I don't want to say the bad word, but it's true. If we don't move ourselves, if we don't set goals, if we don't make things moving, nothing will come from the sky. So again, all of us, we are working. So some of us working full-time, some of us working part-time, and beside, we building our future through that online platform. Maybe you heard, guys, but again, we are not alone, and this is the beauty of our business model. Then we are supported by a global community of mentors. We have all business partner and coaches, and then that's it. So our future, it's something that we decide for ourselves. You can decide, for the people who are watching us right now, you can decide what you want for tomorrow. And last, I would say online is one of the advantage. It's anywhere you are, as long as you have an internet connection or Wi-Fi, you can work it out. So again, we can work it on 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours per day, whatever that is comfortable for your schedule. But Dave, you remember what you said at the beginning. Do you want to work 2 or 3 jobs? Never. Never, ever. I don't want that. So right now I'm working 2 jobs, but meaning it's one, it's the job who bring me just the income to pay the monthly expenses, and the second one bring me income from my future, which is the online. So the plan is within 2 years, then we all fly together somewhere around the world, and this we're gonna be enjoying. So that's it. So yeah, future, how we prepare our future, it's vision, goal setting, stick to the point, seek for help, seek for advice, learn new skills. As you said, Albert, is very important. And that's it. So this is the sharing for today.
Very interesting. Okay, so it's important that we have a goals in our life so that we can gradually plan and moving ahead towards a goal. So along the way, we definitely learn what all of us mentioned. We need to learn new things, so that we can keep improving have new opportunity, maybe new stream of income coming in because of a new knowledge. Okay, so this is very, very important. Instead of become stagnant in life, okay, day job, worry about the future, worry about inflation, worry about recession, everything. This is not the kind of life that we want. So if you want to have a better life, you need to get out of your comfort zone and fight for it. Okay, that's definitely. So with this, this is the end of our live today. So I hope to see everyone of you next Sunday, same timing. Okay?
Yes.
0 for 1, 1 for
One for
all.
all.
Bye.
Bye bye, guys. Have a great
Bye-bye.
Sunday. Bye.